Attention.
Between soft hills and flowing rivers, a wise monk named Ikkyu sat peacefully near a bamboo grove. He sipped warm tea and listened to the wind in the leaves. One day, a man came to visit. He was smart and proud of his learning. He said, "Master Ikkyu, please teach me the greatest wisdom, something deep and true." Ikkyu smiled, picked up his brush, and wrote one word on a scroll: attention. The man looked confused. "Is that all?" Ikkyu nodded and wrote again, "Attention, attention." The man frowned. "This seems too simple. Where is the deep meaning?" Ikkyu calmly wrote once more, "Attention, attention, attention." Now the man was annoyed. "But what does attention mean?" Ikkyu gently placed the scroll down and said, "It means attention." Just then, a crow called from a tree. A breeze moved the leaves. The man stopped talking. He felt the warm tea in his hands, heard the wind, and noticed the quiet all around. In that moment, he understood. Wisdom isn't always hidden in big words. Sometimes it's just about being fully here, seeing, listening, and feeling with care.
The Brushstroke of Truth.
In a bustling town filled with art and music, lived a gifted boy whose fingers danced like magic across every canvas. His paintings shimmered with color and breathed emotion, as if the trees whispered secrets and the skies held dreams. He was apprenticed to a famous painter who, beneath his praise in public, brewed quiet storms of jealousy. Each day, the boy brought sketches of flowers, mountains, and stories, but the master only scowled. "Too childish," he snapped. "You'll never be more than a wall painter." The other students, once curious, now whispered and giggled as the boy shrank deeper into silence. Yet inside him still lived the vivid joy of his uncle's pond, goldfish glowing like lanterns, their fins stirring ripples that sang lullabies. Then came the day of the goldfish assignment. The boy closed his eyes, heart full. He dipped his brush into orange, then into a soft pearl hue. With calm breath and gentle strokes, he painted. Not a fish, but a memory. The canvas shimmered. The master scowled at first glance, eyes sharp. "Useless!" he shouted. He snatched the painting and tossed it into the pond outside. But just as the canvas touched water, something magical happened. The painted fish flicked its tail and began to swim. Gasps filled the courtyard. Even the master stood frozen, his bitterness eclipsed by awe. The painted goldfish glided through the pond with grace, as if art itself had leapt to life. The boy looked up, eyes quiet but filled with knowing. In that moment, he didn't need praise. The truth had swum free.
The King's Shoes.
Once upon a time, there lived a mighty king who ruled a vast and beautiful land. But one day, as he walked across the palace garden, the rough stones pricked his bare feet. He frowned and said, "This is unbearable. Let us cover the entire kingdom with soft leather so my feet never feel pain again." His ministers gasped. The tanneries would be emptied, thousands of animals would be needed, and the cost would be enormous. Yet the king was firm in his decision. When the court jester heard of it, he couldn't stop laughing. "Oh, great king," he said with a cheeky smile, "why make such a mess of your kingdom for just 2 feet? Let the land stay free and wild. Instead, cut out 2 small pieces of leather and tie them under your feet. Problem solved." The king paused, then burst into laughter. "You're wiser than you look." And so, the first pair of shoes was made, and from that day forward, people realized, sometimes, to change the world, you just need to change your own steps.
The Man Who Stopped Complaining.
Once, in a quiet village nestled between dusty roads and sunlit fields, there lived an old man, known for his calm spirit. He had seen many seasons pass, and though his life was modest, he rarely spoke of hardship. But one day, as he walked along the village path, his feet bare and aching from the hot stones beneath him, he sighed deeply. "Ah," he muttered, If only I had enough money to buy a pair of shoes. It was the only complaint anyone had ever heard from him. Just then, he noticed a man sitting beneath a tree, humming a tune and smiling at the breeze. The old man paused, curious. The man's clothes were simple, his face sun-kissed and joyful. But as the old man looked closer, he saw something that made his heart stop. The man had no feet. Yet he was happy, laughing softly, tossing pebbles into the stream, watching the ripples dance. The old man stood still for a long time. Then he bowed his head, whispered a quiet "thank you" to the wind, and walked on. From that day forward, he never complained again. Whenever his feet ached or the road grew rough, he remembered the man beneath the tree and the peace that comes from seeing life, not through what is missing, but through what remains.